I got it. Holy. So right now, I do see that on the displacement at 830, what do we see? We do see our rebalance into the 50 minute BC. And if this 50 minute BC is getting respected, where is the next joint liquidity? It's going to be the next high and the equal highs above. We want to see that right now, price is looking for accuracy. We want to see that when we do see a clean 50 minute CB like this, and we do see a 4 hour CB like this, price is most likely gonna go to the 50 minute CB because price is looking for accuracy. It's not, yeah, we're looking for the high time frame, but price is accurate as far. So this was the true joining created today, but that's why price is weakening into here and when displacing low from it. Let's just mark okay, so let me go from 930 to 945. So as 930 open, we do see what? We do see a tussle of an internal low, and we do see a rebalance into the 50 minute BC. As of now, I want to see what is price telling me on ES as well. Yes, we have ES and legal. Okay, so we do have less SMT. We have no SMT whatsoever. But at 936, we take out the 930 losses. Let me go here. Yeah, okay. So we do see what? We do see internal tussle. We do have an SMT put here at 930 open. So you want to see, okay, 930. So the 90-minute cycle open, we trace into the 50-minute BC and did a manipulation. If you do have manipulation from 930 to 945, you're most likely going to expect market to do what? Continue. My narrative is most likely going to be what? Bullish for today. So that's why we do see 930 manipulating low, we do see displacement higher, and 936 took out what low? Took out the 930 low. So we do have another internal SMT. This internal SMT is respecting what also? It's respecting the VC here. So if the bullish PW is getting respected, and we do see displacement away from it right now, my narrative is most likely going to be bullish. You want to see that right now, what macro opens, we were just chopping around, but this right is really tricky because to be honest, I would have wanted to take an entry on the 945 candle. I want to see that right now, price already retraced into the BC here. Price was retracing into the 50% of the week here. I want to see that right now, when price retraces into the 50% of the week, I want to be aware of what is price going to show me. Because if this candle displaces lower below this candle wick low, then I can enter here maybe. Stop loss above there, 20 points. I can look for 20 points. Something like this. I could look for something like that, one to one. What is that right now? The 50% is getting respected. And 946, the optimal time for PPI days, what do we see? We do see that from the 50% of the week, we do see displacement higher, invalidating the CB. So if we are invalidating the CB, what are we expecting? Price to go higher again. So that's what we did. We did retrace into the inverted fair value gap. This candle just immediately just fit to the upside. We just took out this internal high and we retrace into the 50-minute week 50% here. So you want to see that right now, I enter after 950, but at 950 open, what do we see? At 950 open, we do see an internal manipulation. You want to see that internal manipulation? This is what? This is an order block. Why did you mark out? Blizzard is the confirmation fair value of lecture. It's from the candle to the body. Just watch the lecture first because I really don't know how to explain them. I know how to map them out and how to use them. I really just watch the lecture first. Okay, so we do see, okay, at 950 open, what is price telling me? We are respecting the 50% of the 50-minute week. We do have an SMT at 950, around 950, 953. So 953, we do have the SMT. From the SMT, I want to see a respect of the order block. So if this order block gets respected and I do see this bullish candle getting overlapped, then I'm most likely going to look for shorts targeting the internal BC. I took shorts here and I was just anticipating why. Because the displacement, the speed was happening after what? After the manipulation and retracement into a PW, into an order block. But guys, this was a really, really hard day to play. Like, to be honest, it was really hard for me as well because I really couldn't spot this entry as well as I can on other days. But bro, I tried to do that. I tried to do my best, but I still took that. It was really like you guys really just want to understand the price better thing. Because if you can understand price perfectly every day, that's when you know that your skill is getting good. Yeah, okay, bro, you want to see that? You're targeting here. You want to see, okay, what is the probability of the day? You see how top your price is. This displacement candle is valid. So the displacement is valid. Now we're mostly going to look for this low if price immediately displaces lower because we want to see that if price chops around per value gap and we do not displace through immediately through the fair value gap, we are most likely going to respect it and have choppy price action. Why isn't the OB candle the OB? Look at because that's how Salman explains it. So it's going to be the bullish candle, so the candle before the manipulation, or the candle that made the manipulation, and the candle after the manipulation. So these two are the order block. You take it from the body close to the body close. So it just this range. So this range is the order block. Want to see that the order block is just an accumulation of orders. So price is accumulating or it's in displacement. That's why if you understand price, like bro, what he's saying candle by candle, you will understand what you're going to look for. Like, yeah, to be honest, Momani, this was a really nice entry. Like, this was the perfect entry to be fair today. It was hard to spot, but I'm telling you, if you get to like really, really good levels, like 112 or something like this, at the internal high, you can even go 1 minute. This was like $220 risk, so that's fine. Risk like 200 to make like 200. You can even go like 2 minutes to be honest in these cases. What is fish pattern? I find out the perceivable to look the all good HD trades, bro. Just journal what you missed and just learn from your mistakes. That's it. If market chops, should I wait for manipulation force? Imad, if market chops and macro open and around like 950, there is a low power market. The step away to be honest with you, really. Just come for PM macro because you want to see that if AM macro is choppy, PM macro is going to be really good. So could you spend the research now? Supreme, I'm going to do that after. Don't worry, G. Just remind me. How come loss were invalid? Was it because there was no displacement? Isam, you want to see, okay, right now, from this, no, Isam, you see the 946 longs, these were valid. But you want to see, okay, from here, we retrace into the inverted fair value gap. You want to see that the true displacement is going to be above this SMT. Because if from this inverted fair value gap, we do have an SMT, you want to wait for price, you want to wait for the candle, for this candle, and the next one to tell you what price wants to do. Because let's say you enter long here, you do see displacement candle from the inverted value gap and displacement is happening. You do see a BC here as well. You want to see, okay, what PD rate is price respecting right now? So and your entry here, you do enter. You're entering when price made an SMT. This is really risky because we are in the 50% of a 50-minute week we did made an SMT, so you want to wait for proper displacement. The true displacement is always going to be above the swing line. Like this displacement, the true displacement is always through a high or low. Because if you see, okay, right now, when we do see displacement through the swing low, we are anticipating continuation to this BC. Like that's why when you do see displacement for a swing high, a swing low, you're anticipating price to go to a certain zone of liquidity. But today, bro, to be honest, longs were more valid, to be honest, but today was just shit, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I did also have that other book as well. Yeah, that's a good point. How do you identify joint liquidity? So, can just go on the hourly and just look at the high time frame. Just okay, look at, so let me go through the high time frame again. So, okay, we do see in the hourly. So, like, come like around 9:15 and see what is the hourly telling you. So what is the hourly time frame telling me? We do have a high time frame SMT. So we do have this high time frame SMT. You want to see that from the high time frame SMT, the drawing liquidity is going to be higher. You want to see, okay, we do have news at 8:30. You want to use news as your narrative most of the time. So what does news do? News manipulates lower and displaces higher immediately. As well as news is respecting the 50% of a high time frame week. So we can expect price to be bullish. But where is the draw liquidity? Because if you do see displacement, you want to see that displacement is confirming you that price wants to go higher or lower. Because at 8:30 candle closure, price is confirming that the price is most likely going to go higher. And that's what we did because the speed and efficiency is telling us the price wants to meet what? The June liquidity higher. So if you do see displacement, okay, what you see right now, if price turns to this high and immediately reverse, then the June liquidity is met. If you do see displacement above this June liquidity and this June liquidity, price is mostly going to look for higher prices. You want to see can June liquidity is really different for all of us because you could be having another type of joint liquidity and could be having another type of joint liquidity. Because my joint liquidity, to be honest, today was the 15-minute CB, not these highs. But just because market was really choppy, I really couldn't take any trades to target the 15-minute CB. Let me go for the thingy. To be honest, user, like, what time did you take your entry? Just want to know that. Because you want to see 45 like longs. If you did enter longs here and your stop loss was below the candle below here or here, that was valid to be honest. Before around 9:15, I'm on the charts, like around 9:20. That time I just like always before 9:30, always. I want to be always before like on the charts before 9:30. Holy bro. What entry is that guy? You enter at 8:79. You enter all the way up here. Why? Bro, there was no display user. There was no displacement to be fair, G, because yeah, we do see a third sub, but we do see that you did enter before the macro open candle close. Because if this candle displaced above this candle high, then you could be expecting a higher price than that. That's valid for me, okay. But at 9:45, bro, there's nothing. You just displaced low from the third sub, and then we pushed higher. Wait, don't you need an order force? For what? For what cactus? Why this way? Yeah, bro. User, you want to see that if this candle is green, that's not valid. Like that's not really valid, bro. You want to wait for the candle wick high to get displaced through. So when the candle wick high gets displaced through with speed and efficiency, you enter there. And you do have another confluence that passes displacing above the candle. Yeah, 9:42 was valid. Like here and here, it was valid because it was into the beast. It was just risky before Marco, but it was still valid to be honest. Okay, so let me go for PM Marco. But I want to see that, like, really, just try to focus on what is price doing because I want to see that on low probable days, really, just avoid them, bro. Just go like 1 2 micros, that's it. Just to have more experience because I want to see that CPI weeks, they're really, really low probable. Most of the time, they will be as like this week. That's why go low risk, go like half your risk, protect your account, protect your fund that really just don't lose any accounts because next week could be the best week ever, to be honest, because we do have a lot of room to the upside and the downside. All good, G, all good. Well, just come tomorrow, honestly. That's it. Use it. Just come tomorrow and just don't do the stupid mistakes again. But tomorrow, if you do see displacement, I'm telling you, if you do see displacement to the downside, it's going to be a high probable day. If you do see displacement to the downside, like that's what I'm anticipating. Just let me go for PM macro. PM macro was really good to be honest. PM macro, yeah, here. So what to see that right now, apply the same narrative. So from I use this 130, I use this as 930. So 130 opens. I want to see what is price telling me. Price is displacing higher, but from 930 to 945, what did price do? Price manipulated higher. We do have an SMT with 1239 high. So we do have an SMT here, and we do have an internal liquidity sweep. I want to see that right now. Let me go on ESS map result here. So this was 134. This was 130, 1239 high. So we do see what? We do see an SMT here on ES as well. So I want to see, okay, we do have from 930 open, from 130 open, we do have manipulation higher. We do have an SMT, and we do have a retracement into the 50% of this week here. So I want to expect right now what is price telling me. On the high time, your price is looking to go bearish because on the 50-minute time frame, price was really, really in a premium of the range. Price has to retrace somehow. And you were respecting the CB here because price was really not displacing away of like away from it. We were just raging into it. We see that right now in the 50-minute CB, price made an S&T retrace into the 5-minute week 50% and we're displacing lower. So from here, I can't expect price to go lower. But I want to wait for proper confirmation because at 9:37, what do we see? We do see a retracement into the week again. We do see displacement starting to begin. But the true confirmation is what? The market starts to shift. Because we want to see, okay, the dual liquidity of this SMT, where is it? It's not going to be this BC. We go from liquidity to liquidity. So the dual liquidity is going to be this low here because we want to see that if 90-minute cycle opens and goes higher and manipulates and retraces into a bearish period where we're most likely going to expect reversals. And that's what we did because we did reverse to these lows here and we did take out this BC as well. So just let me go full Tindy, full narrative. So from here, we do see that from 130 to 145 price manipulated higher, we trace into the 5-minute week 50%, and we do see a market such a shift. So right now, if manipulation happens from 930 to 945, we do not need another manipulation. We can just enter on the displacement happening to the dual liquidity. Because right now the dual liquidity is lower. So we can just enter on the first candle we see displacing lower, like making PXL or market sort of shift. Because in PM market, there were really like 3, 4 entries. So the first entry was here. Because what do we see at 140, no, at 142? At 142, price retraces. No, that's not clear enough. Let me do this. So price retraces into this internal pixel. So price retraces here, which starts to be 50% and will immediately displaces lower. So this is telling me what? The price is looking to go lower because the PWs that we are respecting right now are the bearish one. If you are unsure of taking shorts here at the BC, just wait for what? For this BC to send price higher again and then to price to displace lower immediately. Because we could expect price to retrace higher from this BC, maybe go even higher to this pixel, then go lower again. But the true entry, to be honest, you want to see, okay, for this SMT, you're most likely going to disrespect this BC because you want to see that these fair value gaps are just manipulation. They're just here for the pattern trader just to enter longs and for us to go lower. So right now, what do we see at macro open? So macro open, we already have the manipulation before. We already have the retracement into the pixel. What can we expect? Displacement happening because everything we need has already been done like before macro open. So what do we see at macro open? We do see displacement from the swing low, making what? Making market shift. We want to see that from this market shift, what is price respecting? Price is respecting this CB here. If price is respecting this CB here, and we do have another displacement at 948 optimal time, 148, making another market shift. And we do see that 149 closes below the BC. What I did right now, we had 1 and 2 entries to be fair. So this was the first entry, 145 here, suppose above the candle that retrace into the pixel and then displace lower. So suppose above there, even here to be honest, but here just to be safer to be honest. I mean look for 1 to 1 either here. And 1 to 1 here, you look for the nearest joint infinity. Because we want to see the price is bearish because we displace a lot above. SMT is happening in the 50-minute CB. So this is a market maker sell model. When we do see an SMT happening in a high time and period way, we are most likely going to displace lower a lot. Because we want to see the most likely, guys, I'm telling you, we're going to see a big displacement. If this VC doesn't, I'm not expecting this VC to hold. Because really, like it should like let me go to the daily, okay? Because on the daily, what we just did right now, it just retraced higher into this a week. Like what you see, okay, the reaction from this CB here is really big. We do have like a 300-point move here. So 400. So from this high to this low, we displace 400 points. So this is how you know the high and low of the week are put in when you do see a strong displacement. Just let me go on 1 minute cycle again. So let me study the entry. The first entry, this was a little premature. So this was the 945 displacement candle after the retracement into pixel. But the best entry would be a 948 candle closure. Because at 948, what is price telling me? 947 retraced into the CB, did close inside of the CB, did respect it. And the 948 candle, what did it do? Is displaced through the swing low, making a market start to shift, and we can't enter here because from the CB, we're displacing lower. So this is a key tell the price is looking for low prices. So we can just, my entry was something like this. My stop was a little bit just above this high. And my take profit was like at this volume imbalance here. Let's say in and out. But you want to say, guys, this was a really, really good trade because I didn't anticipate price to go to these lows. But just because of the probability of the day, price did not go there. What did price respect was the 4.5 from this thing in the lending market out. So here, this is what price respected. The standard deviation of this BC bar. On low probable days, you can expect this to work, but on high probable days, this will just use as a retracement higher to go lower again. Oh, not bad, not bad. Bro, not much though. Not much. I'm gonna go sleep in a bit. We were at 4 hour. Let me see. Oh, yes, we were. Well, that's why really you can see this model from like every time frame. Like you could use this as a purpose. So let me tell you, okay. So 4 hour 50% of the order block. So 4 hour order block 50%. We do some 50-minute time frame. What do we have? We do have an SMT inside of the high time repeater rate. If the SMT happens in the high time repeater rate, there is Markov sell model. So from this SMT here on the 50-minute time frame, now the SMT is even bigger. The SMT is like something like this, to be honest. Let me go. Yes. Yeah, the SMT is something like this because we do see that this high is taken. So from this SMT right now, price is telling me what? That we're most likely going to hunt the start of the move. So the consolidation was here, okay? So from here, we can expect price to go lower immediately. We can expect it, to be honest. Like we could go there immediately today or tomorrow. Well, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, but Pimble was really clean. It was really easy to win because from SMT, the start of the next dual liquidity. But dual liquidity is mostly going to be liquidity levels. Like BC and CB do work as dual liquidity, but I don't know, like it depends, to be honest. It depends. And today we're not clean at all. We're displacing only. To be honest, even entering right now would not be a bad idea. Suppose above there, take profit here. Keep my house here today's. Oh my bro, I'm really not using bro. I just like to keep it easy because I'm telling you, G, if you go watch a narrative lectures, they just tell you what the price did from 930 to 945. What did the current 90 cycle do? Yeah, but it is. You can still use it, to be honest, bro. Use it, bro. If you take it, just be aware, bro, because we're going to drop a lot. But I don't know because we couldn't manipulate once higher again than to go back. From this displace because you want to see the nah, I can't drop source on Asia, so I'm just chilling this. No source on Asia, so just let me spill. Nah, bro, I'm telling you. So. No, that's it. I'm a fool. Let's see how this. That is good. Mm-hmm. Just press. Push this Dutch. Let's go to Oliver. So let's go this one. Just let me see tomorrow. Ah, well, tomorrow's going to be a hard day. I'm trading 5 accounts with 5 minutes because So two were combines and three were expresses. Because you want to see that my stop loss was like 15 points. So and 5 minutes was like 1.5K. So I'm used to risk that much. I'm telling you, man, even if 2 minutes, bro, you can make like 5K days so easily on five accounts. It's like 25 points, bro. That's it. Okay, so just let me go. Should we do a back test so we just dip out? Let's rest for today. Bro, this is so clean. Fuck, man. I would just end, to be fair. Enter here. Mm. So should we do a back testing now for a week? No, do so here. What's your computer, please? Like 50K. 22. Boy, you don't have time, bro. Bro, just go one mini user. Like go one mini and you will see that, bro, in 3 days, if you do trade properly, we will be like around 52K. Bro, just take it easy, man. Like if you're on the last day, bro, just full pull that shit. That's fine. Kev, bro, you're in profits. Are you, to be honest, Kev, I would say up your size. Try to do like like try to risk like 500, 600. And if you make like 1K, you're good. Just pay for the rebuild. That's it. Bro, Supreme. Bro, bro, 25K is, if you're confident, go one mini. Risk like 500, but that's it. It's like 20, 25 points. Just get on, to be honest. That's it. Can't explain. I think your money from $89 away from profit. Easy, bro. Guys, bro, this bro, you have the whole day. It's coming to the macro. Please 1 minute still, just to see if your idea was, because you want to see the 1 minute, $89 is like 5 points. It's like 5, 6 points. That's it. All you need is that. Holy name, bro. Holy, bro. I'm not getting paid this much to read this whole paragraph, bro. Holy fuck. Holy Abba. Let me go through it. Let me go through it. Okay, so yeah. So, mm, 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 okay, so your mistake today was targeting for 30 points. But that's good habits. Trading the second half of the macro is really low probable. Today was good, but you want to see let me see your trade. Hmm. Bro, you're entering late on the candle because just let me tell you where your entry should be. Just let me go lock screen. Scare mode. So Lynn, your entry should be at the break of the swing low really. Just enter when we break through here. Stop loss. Don't put it up there. Because you want to see that put it up there if your entry is good, like if your entry is really here. When we do see displacement, previous stop loss most likely either at the body candle above here or here, really. Because you want to see speed. I'm telling you, when you expect speed from your entry, you will see that most of the time you will get like you want to risk where you're out of the trade. All good on the bro, all good. I'm telling you, man. Like, bro, it's good to make mistakes because if you don't make them when you're not progressing, because you want to have this mindset because you are open to mistakes, you're open to losses. When you make them, you want to learn from them because if you can make them, like if you can learn from your losses in 2, 3 weeks, bro, you're already passing furthers and making payouts. That's it. Oh, sorry. Oh, no worries, Lin. But you want to see Lin, but don't try to pattern trade 30 points. Target the logical levels. Even if you did have, let's say, a Lin, if you did have a 1-to-1, bro, you would be up for the day. Like I don't know like how much you risk about. Let's say you risk like 500 for 20 points. You will be up $500 in 5 seconds. That's how much like that's how fast you can make money bro in this game. Really like to be honest, stick to on no probable days 6 to 1 because you want to see the consistency is what matters. Because if you're consistent with not 1 to 1, if you have like 80, 90% win rate, bro, you're good. You're chilling, you're chilling. Mashallah, bro, this week was hard to be honest, bro. It was really hard because macro was not displacing as I wanted to see. And we were just, bro, we were just like fuck all. We were just accumulating. This CPI was the best, to be honest. 946 enter shorts, 30 points in and out. That was the best, to be honest. But to be fair, bro, all this thing was so shit, really. I never saw like I think we're gonna go back to the CTPA on high time frame, like on high impact news. Rakumi. Um, no problem. But to be honest, it comes with experience because you want to know that on PPI days, you can expect a little bit of shitty press action. But on low probable days, focused on trading after 948. Yeah, Mumani, because good PA in the macro is key, to be honest, to see like if you're displacing or not. 3-1 plus 3. Yeah, but like to be honest, I really don't know how I'm not taking a loss right now. But just because I think I'm just I I didn't master this model, but just because like you guys want to know that if you guys back test with attention, bro, you're not noticing patterns and news this to be honest, but really you can see that this news day I can expect this and that because tomorrow news I do know what to expect to be honest. I do know what to expect at 9:50 and I do know that if I do see that I can enter. Objectives will still have doomsday. Well, that's good, but bro, why is your like that's the key because you made 200, 270, 110, and you lost 400. But what the fuck, bro? You lost your whole week profits in one day. Like, how's that possible? Because if you go like for $200 like wins, you gotta go for at least $200 win, like 1 to 1 at least, bro. It's mid to low to yeah, it's low. It's most likely going to be mid probable tomorrow. I don't know, my Supreme. Like, bro, just backtest tomorrow, but really, like, don't have a time, just backtest. Just backtest this shit out of it. Oh, okay, but with user, just stick to 1 minute. Tomorrow you can go 8 markers if you want to, but I would say, bro, just go 1 minute because you do have a free reset. Bro, just go 1, 2. You can go even 15 markers to be honest. Like 1 minute, 15 markers, bro, you're good. Yeah, always. That happens always. hmm But there is a time for each other. There is a time where we will accumulate. There is a time when we will manipulate, and there is a time where we will displace. Because in this news, you can catch the new, like the 10 a.m. news release as well. You can really catch the move, to be honest. Oh yeah, this I'm back to say like a week, to be honest.
Another one.
Let me do it
Lost.
for this one. Just see. Mm, Forex week. Bro, don't fool poverty, but you want to see that if manipulation is on your side, just go back in my map. Want to see that you're not respecting your plan by holding for Telegram news. So if you are doing so, just accept the risk you're taking on. You're free with that from Top Step. Holy man. Okay, so just tell me a week to do. Just tell me like a month. We're gonna do the first week. That's it. Oh, we're gonna do that. Oh, okay. Uh, Let me do like usually these are always usually cheese. One, two, three, four, five. I'm gonna do 4 or 5 days. So January 10th. So see you, Jay. Have a nice one. Tomorrow should be the nicest day. 50. Yeah, what? Oh, it's so dark this one. So that was the January the 10th. Probably. Bro, bro, you guys are lucky as fuck, bro. Really. You guys can literally just full port. Yeah, I am, Chris, no worry. Yeah, I know, Shannon. I'm just trying to set up for us with you right now. Let me set up. Okay, so I'm just streaming voice with. Okay, so this is ninth. That was the 10th of January. So the 10th of January. No, what the fuck? And I skipped through the whole day. No, I didn't know. So, it's a D. Is there any way to review, like, to run the shit? Settings. So this is a turn off. Sure. Oh, bro, I wanna make like 100K payouts this month, but it's going to be hard. I'm gonna set up, but I can't. That's the issue. Slowly, slowly. Yeah, I'm still, bro. I literally don't know why. I'm really having a hard time to trade Top Step and TPT as well because if I don't trade like on daily on Top Step, I lose like 7K daily to go ahead, and that's how much I'm losing. So I'm just trying to like it, because tomorrow could be decent probably. Maybe just use TPT because I do have 150K, so I just want to take it slowly. To be honest, no, slowly and steady. So just let me see. So this is Taurus. This is like 45. But what the fuck are we skipping overnight? Come on, what the fuck? My fucking is not. That's fine. Well, just let me see. Okay, this time I don't know if I can. Just let me see. Anyway, to rewind the day one for us to replay. Let's put that on replay. Where's the settings here? Where at all? Hmm. No, fuck this. I'm just going for like what you just did. So what do we see? So and in the session, we do see what? We do see that we do have high tech and terrestrial. I want to see, okay, where is the dual liquidity? Where is price most likely displaced into? Price is displaced into to this low because we want to see that right now. This placement is happening from the upside. We are respecting this external CB. So we are respecting it, we're displacing lower. We're saying that the dual liquidity of this high temperature CB is going to be most likely this low. Let me go to daily. Let's look at the daily. Okay, let's look at LNDs. Okay. What is your okay? The next daily candle is either going to retrace into the CB or immediately displace lower. So right now, just let me go on the 1 hour. Let me see what price did from 9:30 to 9:45. Knowing that the dual liquidity is here, we can enter before, well, we have to be out before as well. Just let me see. Okay. Was this an NFP day? I think it is. And yeah, it was NFP day. So, yo, I'm not sure share my screen. Yes, I am. Okay. So NFP day, what can we expect? We can expect manipulation 930 and market continue. So 90-minute cycle manipulating higher, and then we do see displacement lower. So right now, what do we see? As 930 opens, we do see a manipulation higher. We do see the reversal of this high, and we do see an immediate rebalance into this CB. Because when price rebalance into the CB, we immediately displace lower. So that's a tell that price is looking to go lower. But what is the key tell? After the manipulation, price has what? Has made what? An inverted value gap. Price has respected it perfectly. We do respect this order block as well. We displace below from it. We do see retracement into the order block. We do see displacement lower. And 935 price is still not sure if we want to go lower or if we want to go lower or to the upside. So I'm gonna wait a little bit more. 937, what do we see? We do see that we do have market such a shift. And what is it right now? Let me go to the daily. Let me go even on the weekly. Let me go on the weekly candle. Right now, if you do see the weekly like this, are you expecting the weekly to go higher or lower? Because I don't know, but well, just let me do this properly. Because it skips to the end of the day. I really don't like that. Really, it was going to take so much time. Uh, yeah, but it's time to go for trade zero. To be honest, trade zero is way, way, way better. Let me go out of the new silver bullet. But what the fuck? No fuck, no fuck, fuck. So this was what? So this was previous week low. So you want to see that right now, this low was put in around Thursday. Okay, Thursday was it? No. So this is yeah. So this is previous week low. On Thursday of the last week, we made the previous week low. Price displaced higher, and we are displacing low for what? For the previous week low. So right now, the June liquidity is a high time frame one. So you want to see that right now, reversal on the high time frame will not happen until we take out the June liquidity. Because we want to see that the narrative is most likely going to be where is the June liquidity and how are we going to the June liquidity? Just let me go on the 1 minute time frame again. So as we do see that we do have our manipulation from 930 to 945, we don't need to look for another manipulation in the market. We just need to look for what? For a displacement lower from a rebalance into PDA. So manipulation happened. Where's the manipulation here? So manipulation here, we balance into the 1 minute CB as well. The NFP is going to the weekly low. Wait the fuck. Oh, here. So that's the weekly low. Consider right now the 930 manipulation showing liquidity is going to be the previous week low because on high impact news, they're most likely going to go to high time frame showing liquidity. So right now, it could be different from this manipulation if you do want to enter before 930, just because you feel like it. If you enter here, the stop is above there, and you're targeting this shit. You want to be aware of the risk you're taking before market you're targeting 200 points, so you want to be aware of it. But let's see, okay, let's see how price behaves before Telegram news. So let's let me change this. You see, so you do see displacement from the order of retracement, inverted fair value gap, and we do have a PXL here. So if you do have the PXL in here, I want to see how is price going to behave after the retracement into the PXL, and I want to see the displacement happening. Because as of now, okay, when macro open retraces into the PXL, where is the dual liquidity? The dual liquidity is low. Why? Because NFP, when NFP displays lower, this is telling us that price is looking for the previous week low. So this is key. If price is looking for the previous week low, we want to take shorts until we take out the previous week low. So right now we do see now macro open retraces into the pixel and we do see what displacement happening. So as of now, you want to be aware that the displacement is strong. When you do see displacement happening with speed and efficiency, you can literally just enter on the candle break here. So on the candle with low break here, because this is what then it changes the state of delivery on the low time frame. Or when price goes below this swing low because this is market of a shift. Because you want to see that if in this candle alone we displace through this low, this speed and displacement on your side, displacement is happening from a rebalance because we don't need to rebalance anymore. We don't need to manipulate again because we already have the manipulation at 9:30. So we can enter here, stop us above that, or enter maybe something in this area, anticipating price to go lower. So you can either go for this one to one here, you can either go for previous week low, you can either go for one to two. It depends on you, but for me, bro, one to one 50 points, you're in and out, but you're good. So right now, this is how price behaved before 10 a.m. Yeah, bro. I hope days like this, bro, like do do come to us because, bro, these are 3 days to be honest. They're really 3 days. So this placement happens. So you want to see, okay, right now, 10 a.m. news, this place low wide because the job creating was lower. We do have the manipulation here. And I do remember that this day was most likely, I think it was, I don't know, I don't remember for fucking. So we did better the first day, but I really don't like it better like this. Let me go to for these for February the 7th. February. Yeah, you can enter more, you can, but you want to see that it is a little bit more risky because you're going to fall for news. I really don't like to hold for news. Like it is possible to like really don't get me wrong, you can hold it. You can hold for news. You want to see that it is risky. But because you want to see that the news are not random. News are calculated by the tick, literally, because nothing is random. Like even CPI, bro, CPI is not random at all. You can add fast, you can, because you know the price is looking to, because you guys want to see that. If you can't accept the risk, you want to enter 10 a.m. You are sure the price wants to go lower because you have this reasoning behind it. You can enter because in your journal, in your mind, there is value. You want to see that it doesn't have to come with emotions. It has to come with logic. Like there has to be reasoning behind like why you enter at 10 a.m. Suppose let me see. So 9:45. Let me check the first. Let me go to yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got. But this not even the day. And this is the day. Okay. So the same thought process. So this is NFP day again. I want to do a day with no NFP. Fuck this. It is callous. But that's just because I'm using my laptop microphone. I have to come a little bit more here. I want to do a single day of these news with no like high impact news on the day. I just want to be out. No, come on. 7 of April. Oh, March. Yeah, March is good. So we do have 10 a.m. news with no news at 8:30. So just to replicate the day we have today. So let me go to 14th of March. No, but I was not. I got profitable around I think the end of March, something like that. 14. It is clean. It is clean. To be honest, I joined in the on the 9th of January. So that was my first, but I was literally cooked because I was so emotional at the beginning of my stage. But right now I'm good. Yeah, what the fuck? Somebody, yo, beautiful. That's beautiful, Khalid. Beautiful, G, beautiful. Congrats, man. Congrats. Easy, but I'm just rinse and repeat. It's a Friday. Let me see what the Friday telling me. Okay, so let me go through this day. Well, I want to do this day. I'm gonna go sleep, bro. I really don't want to do like anything related to trading anymore, to be honest. So I want to see, okay, what is the daily candle telling me? The daily candle is displayed higher after what? After a retracement into the weeks. So if the daily candle is telling me we're respecting the 50% of the week by displacing higher, I want to see where is the joint liquidity. Because as of now, we do have an internal manipulation here. We do have a high pivot SMT as well. We see that from this SMT, the dual liquidity is going to be this internal high type and high and this external high type and high because we're going to go most likely external to internal in the first target. And if this gets displaced through, expect external. So right now, my dual liquidity, like the dual liquidity right now is this high up here. So let me see what this price going to tell me on the 50-minute time frame. So from 9:35:45, what did price do? Let's understand it right now. So we do see a rebalance into the 50-minute BC. Let me go on the 1 minute time frame. Let me see what price did there. It's a 9:30. Okay, so 9:30 open. As 9:30 open, just before, we already have an internal threshold. And 9:30 displays from threshold. This is a key tell because at the rebalance into the 50-minute BC and the manipulation at 9:30 open. So the 90-minute cycle open retraced into the 50-minute BC, manipulated lower. Now we can expect what? Macro to retrace into a PD rate, maybe make an internal manipulation, then displace higher again. So let me see what this price is going to do right now. So 9:30, we already see displacement happening. We do see PXH as well. Consider this is a Friday. We do have news at 10 a.m. So we want to be in and out to us right now. So just let me see what this price is going to do. So around macro open, let me see what this price going to do because just before macro open, we already had the retracement into the BC. If price goes strongly above these highs, I could be looking for longs because this is going to be PXH and the liquidity is going to be this high up here. So let me see what macro does. Nothing yet. I don't see any displacement. We do see an internal SMT here. So this SMT could be used as a form of retracement for price to go higher again. Let me see what this price is going to do. Nothing yet. We retrace lower. We did retrace into this inverted value gap. So I want to see that right now from the SMT, where did price retrace into? Price retrace into the inverted value gap. I missed this entry, but you could have taken this entry and 944 as well to be fair. Stop loss below there and take profit should be either 1 to 1 here or either this joining liquidity higher because you're expecting the high time frame to go higher. So just let me see. Okay, from this SMT, as the narrative is bullish, the high time frame is bullish. The high time frame manipulation is telling us that price is going to go higher. The daily candle is expanding higher. I am expecting this bearish SMT to get invalidated and this retracement into the inverse of a value gap and this respect of the BC to get respected and displaced away from it. So I want to see for proper confirmation for price to time that we want to go higher. Nothing yet, nothing yet. Okay, so this is proper displacement because right now, but I think I have to change this to lower, lower. I will. So right now, I do see from the BC respect, I do see displacement happening. This is a risky entry. We want to see that the dual liquidity is higher. We already have the manipulation. We already have the retracement. We already have the retracement in the macro. So 947 retrace into the macro, and we're having displacement away from it. So we can enter here on the displacement above the swing high. I'm expecting displacement happening here because if price does Tarasu, if price does manipulate this low and goes back lower, it's my fault. I did not wait for the candle closure, but right now I am anticipating price to go higher to destroy liquidity. Let me see what is price going to do. We're gonna go higher. We're gonna go lower. But displacing that's really good. So right now price is on my favor. Could be looking to trade price maybe a little bit above, something like this. Because I want to see this placement just keep happening right now. Mm, mm. Holy, that's not good. Holy, bro. So let me take out this low again. again, what are we doing? So we do have, so right now, after the retracement at 950, we do see a retracement into the BC again. I want you to know right now, if price goes back lower again, price is most likely gonna do what? Price is most likely gonna go lower. Don't worry, Jay. Don't worry. Just accept to risk this because it was something like here, so that's fine. We're still in it, but the true stop loss is below there. So just leave it, let it run. Holy fuck. So right now, price is not in my favor anymore. Because what do I see? I do see manipulation. Okay, let me see the 15 time frame. Holy, my bad, my bad. I'll notice this SMT. So what is it right now? So so right now price is not in favor. Why? Because price is respecting this SMT because do you see how price made the SMT? What do you see that when price makes an SMT and immediately displaces lower, these are time that price is looking for reversals. So to be honest, I will be out of the trade just because on the high time frame I do see one. I do see a 50-minute trend. So do we have an SMT as well? We have no SMT whatsoever. I want to see that right now price already retraced. Institutional. Where the holy my bad. So price retraced into the rejection block as well. So these are key tell. Price retraced into the wicks here. Price is displacing lower. So we could, oh yeah, not bad. Yeah, thank you, man. So 50% of the wicks here. So that's good. And we notice why my loss were not valid anymore. So right now the narrative is switching because from the 1 hour retracement into the wicks here. And when we do see an SMT made, so this is what this is market sell model. It was in a high time and rate we did make an SMT. So I can expect price to go maybe to this BC and to this BC and to this BC down here. Because I want to see that from this manipulation, the joint liquidity is going to be most likely the start of the displacement. So this is going to be the joint liquidity most likely. Just because the SMT happened in a high time repeat array. And if you do displace right now, we are most likely going to see what? Price narrative being bearish. So we do see what? We do see displacement happening. This is an order block. I want to see displacement below this swing, this candle wick low. Because if this happens, price is most likely going to go lower. Okay, so we're eventually seeing in BC, I think, what's my CBs? To be honest, not really. Like this is strong because it could be taking your entry on this kind of noise block, like 30 points. This entry was super valid, 30 points in and out. That's it. My entry was just a little bit later, so you you can take it. Like you can take this entry if you want to. 1 to 1 in and out, 30 points. You go with 1 minute, that's $600 in your account. Easy as that. So, but right now, what do we see? 50-minute reversal, 1 hour weekly retracement. Do see an SMT. Right now, the true displacement, the true confirmation that this SMT is going to form is going to be displacement happening from the retracement into the order block. Mm. Okay, so that's really good. Because right now, what do we see from the SMT? From the SMT, we do have a candle as change in state of delivery. And this order block, you want to see that when the second candle of the order block displaces and then goes and closes below uh the the first candle like this. So we close below the candle we close and narrative aligns with the SMT. This is going to be a really high probable order block. And this was made with what? With speed and efficiency. Can you enter that from this respect of Summer BC? Where? Where my money? Where do you mean? Like where? Like what time? BC did respect. The record here, 9:52. Oh, well, yeah, 9:55. My bad. We here, right? 9:55. As soon as we displace through this BC here. That's good boy. Good eye, good eye. Yeah, so you want to see that right now we do have 1 hour weekly tracement, 50%, one SMT, turns up at the highest three, and we do have four, the inversion of this fair value gap. Five is the displacement happening. Six is the closure below the first candle. I want to see right now, I do see a retracement into here. I would like to catch shorts as soon as price goes just a little bit below. Because this candle was made with speed and efficiency. Right now, I am expecting the next two, three candles to go lower. I'll be rebellious with the CE of it. To be honest, G, this is really not an order block. Because yeah, this kind of manipulation, but really, like you can use this as an order block together. You can use it, but it's really not an order block. This is the order block. Wait, do we have an SMT? Of course. We have nothing at all. But this is the true order to be honest, because this is where is price is displacing away from. We do see displacement happening. I want to see displacement happen from this CB for price to validate my idea of being short. Only is the entry. But yeah, there is a good entry. So I'm entering here. Stop are going to be above the order block. I'm expecting price to go lower right now. So either you could be looking for 30 points, you could be looking for the PXH here. You could be looking for the BC as well. You want to see that in and out before news. So let me see what this price going to do. We do see displacement lower. As soon as we do see displacement lower, we can trade our stop loss above here. So right now, I want to see whether the price is retracing into the 50%, into the standard deviation level. If from here, I do see retracement above here in the CB, I want to get out because I want to be in and out right now. So let me see what this price is going to do. You see displacement lower. Let me see. Oh, well, what the Oh, there was news. Oh, my bad, my bad. But right now, you see what? That this is really this news you can catch it if the narrative is wait, my bad. If the manipulation is aligning with the narrative, most likely you can catch the news release. You can catch it. But really, you really don't need it because if you go like for 30 points, with 2 minutes, you'll make like 1.2K. But in this case, if we do want to hold it, most likely we could have done so. You want to see that this was another entry, but this entry was even better. 947 retracement, 948 displacement happening. You could be entering something like this. Maybe stop loss below there. We go from 1 to 1. We don't get it. We don't get it this time. We just edge him, just close there. To be honest. Yeah, it's similar to today's PA. To be honest, yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, bro. Normally, bro, you want to see that wicks are really, really good. They move the markets a lot. So that's it. Oh, so let me see. And to be honest, bro, the high time narrative is still bullish, so we're looking for noise. Let me see, okay, if you do want to enter after news, let's see if you can enter after. You know. Hmm. So these kind of open up here on the one. So we do have turns to at this low. I want to see that if price makes another block here, I could be looking for a long, maybe looking for this high up here because you want to see that right now that the high time frame is still bullish. I want to see that on the because we do not think the drone liquidity yet because the manipulation here is making price to go higher. Right now we do have the retracement into the high time frame peak stage into the BC again. We do have internal manipulation on the high time frame. I want to see that right now what is price going to tell me. If you see displacement, so this you see right now you could be in the trade right now. You want to see that you want to be aware of what is price going to tell you. Hmm. Well, this placement is happening, bro. Guys, bro, I will be in because manipulation happened. Displacement is happening again. No, I forgot how to talk to us. I want to see price go above this range, maybe trace into the volume imbalance because we want to see that. What did the 10 a.m. candle do? 10 a.m. candle open, we trace lower, manipulated, made turns up. When it turns up, we already reversed 80 points. Because we want to see that if this place would happen for this low, if the 10 a.m. candle closed below this low, and we would be looking for low prices. Like this placement for a high or low is going to tell you everything. The Johnny Pretty will be lower here. If what? If this candle close below this place below this swing low, but this case price did not do that. So we do have an so we can anticipate price to reverse here. So we could be looking for longs here, maybe stop loss below here. It is a little bit shitty, but even here, and below this candle is perfect. Let's see if we can go for the CE. I really, really shitty. Let's see if this is valid. So we do see price is placing higher. I want to see what price does. So block hit. So 50% block hit. Let's see if we can go from one to one. Let's see if we can get a little bit greedy. Yeah, we can get a little bit greedy. So one to one block hit. So in this case, we could take the longs and the shorts. We want to see that even in early market, this entry was valid. Because BC retrace, but even here, to be honest, bro, stop loss could be even below here because you're anticipating speed and efficiency and take profit there. To be honest, that was really, really, this was a really good trade at 949. 949 and then 955. These both were a good entry. But that's good. That's good. Okay, so right now we just finished today. Oh, then, oh, no, just let me stop the recording because that's it. Um, time.